Good morning, everybody. It's Graham from Unearthed, and this is another episode of Detecting Talk. And before I start this particular episode, something I don't often do, or very rarely do, but I'm going to give a shout out to some guys that have just recently set up a Facebook page, and they've been contacting me in the last couple of weeks about certain topics and certain things, and they are good guys. So a big shout out to Don and also David from Metal Detecting. I keep looking down because I've got it wrote down in front of me so I don't forget any details. All members also of Metal Detecting 24/7. Now these are a new-ish Facebook group that's been formed, and you're more than welcome to join it. I'm sure they'll welcome you with open arms. They're a dedicated group of individuals. They're very keen on metal detecting, very helpful, and I guess they want to expand their group and make friends and new members. So Don and David, all the best, keep up the good work, and everybody on Metal Detecting 24/7, good luck in the future, guys. Keep up the good work. Now on to the topic, and today's particular theme is based again a little bit around one or two topics. This one's going to be the first part around green waste and the dismay that some of us guys that are fighting against green waste are experiencing. Now, if you guys have been watching this channel for some time, you'll remember my discussions and talks around the dreaded green waste. Now, green waste has been around a long time, as we all know. All of us detectorists out there at some point have experienced the dreaded stuff that has been spread across farmers' fields and countryside. It's even been spread on pasture land now, on the top of pasture, so it just beds in, and also, as we know, arable and in amongst the arable crops. Now it seems we've been fighting the fight, and there's been a lot of individuals doing their own thing and trying their very best to combat the spreading of green waste, and they're speaking to people like the Environment Agency, of course, because they're the first port of call, and I've contacted them 2 or 3 times now and discussed in length the problem with green waste. And there's other ones like the Friends of the Earth, the Green Party, and there's a whole host of different organisations that I think should be aware of the illegal and dangerous amounts of green waste, in my opinion, that are being spread on farmers' fields. However, to my dismay, after talking to a couple of guys from the northwest who were also doing their very best, William Hargreaves is one, and Mark Lightfoot is another gentleman who I keep mentioning every now and then on these talks, that have been up against some opposition with regards to the Environment Agency. Now the Environment Agency have said, now we need to get this in writing at some point, but I'm sure we will get this in the future, that they're quite happy about certain amounts of green waste actually going into the ground. So they're actually allowed these spreaders of green waste that comes in with the compost and other fertilizers and other areas of that sort of production. They're quite happy about the amounts of green waste that's actually going into the ground. Now I find that absolutely astounding, that you can walk onto a field with a metal detector, you can turn the metal detector on and start detecting, and you would probably, if you were given a bucket and say a morning's detecting, I'm pretty sure you could fill a decent sized bucket up of all the metallic green waste that has been spread into the fields. So that bucket would grow and grow the amount, because I've been on fields and I'm swinging my detector over the ground and I'm getting multiple targets on each sweep. Every one of them targets just about is a piece of aluminium scrap or green waste, or twisted pieces of window fittings, light fittings, switches, you name it. Now, for the Environment Agency to say they are allowed a small percentage of this stuff that is allowed to be put into the ground, I think it's absolutely ludicrous. And at some point, somebody's going to have to, I think, get onto a field that's full of green waste and make a short video of how much is coming up out of these farmers' fields, because I just don't think the penny's dropping with these guys. You telling me that mixing all that kind of aluminium trash, all that aluminium scrap and metallic scrap is going to be good for the crops edible, our food chain, edible crops in the future. It can't be good. It cannot be healthy. And of course, it's tipping. They're spreading it away because they don't want to deal with the waste situation. So they're spreading it on land. So it's wrong. We know it's wrong. It's frustrating. Us as detectorists are going to be up against it because it's going to ruin the hobby. I mean, in 10 years' time, if this level continues of the amount of green waste that's being put into farmers' land, agricultural land, etc., etc., what's it going to be like in 10 years? Some of these farms are going to be completely, well, they're already undetectable, but imagine having a situation where we couldn't get out detected because of the green waste. So there's a hotline number. I'm going to put it on this link for you guys if you ever come across green waste, to give it a ring. Environment Agency hotline. If you experience green waste, you can ring a hotline number and report it. What you've got to lose? What have you got to lose? The farm's already ruined because it's full of it. But we've covered this topic. Some of you guys will be rolling your eyes because I'm going over old ground, but it's important that I mention the fact that the Environment Agency have said that they are allowed to spread a percentage of this metallic waste in. Now, what they're deeming as a percentage is huge to us as detectorists because it's absolutely crammed with it. But to them, they think it's acceptable, and we need to change that. So there is going to be discussions with the NCMD. They're going to be in discussions, I think, as early as next week regarding this topic of the spreading of the horrendous metallic green waste. But we'll keep people posted if any information comes from it. So that's a bit of a downer. I just dread to think in 10 years' time where this hobby's going to be. If they continue to keep putting the amounts of green waste in the land, we're going to be up the creek without a paddle. I'm pretty sure of it. I don't want to be sounding like a doom merchant, but I'm pretty sure we're going to be up against it because there's that much going in. I mean, I'm sat here, beautiful surroundings, 4 or 5 acres of land. I know my fields have not got green waste on as small as they are. They've not got green waste on it, but I know every field surrounding me here is absolutely crammed full of green waste. What do we do? Are we going to have detecting rallies in the future? The UK's first, or should we call it the world's first, green waste rally, where we all line up as detectorists and we clear as much out as we can. I'd love to. I mean, we'll be absolutely on our knees, wouldn't we? But you imagine how much green waste we could show at the end of the day if there was 30 or 40 people detecting on them fields. There'd be buckets full of it, absolute buckets full. Then call the Environment Agency and get them to come across and say, there you are guys, have a look how much we've removed today in just one day's detecting with 35 of us. There'd be absolutely buckets full of it. So, is that going to be the future, the world's first green waste rally? Who would attend? But it'd be an interesting dig, wouldn't it, to prove how much is going in the ground. Maybe that's what it'll take. So there's my rant over, guys, about the green waste situation. It's not good. What do we do? We're getting to a point where the detecting side of it's becoming exhausted. And they're probably saying, well, you've got an agenda because you're a detectorist. We've got to start coming from the food side, the environmental and the food side. That's where we're going to hurt them, I think, or hit it. It's not about hurting them, it's about education and getting them to stop putting it on. It's illegal, for God's sake. Come on, guys, stop spreading it on. It's an absolute disgrace. Now, some of you guys that watch this YouTube channel have experienced green waste, because I know it because I've spoken to you before. Please, by all means, put a comment on the thread. Let me know your experiences with green waste. Let me know your experiences with some of the green waste hotline numbers that you've rang. I'm just going to have a quick look if I've got the hotline number. I have. It's in front of me. Look at me, I've kept my paperwork in order. So the Environment Agency hotline number for reporting green waste on farmland, fields, etc. is 0800 807 060. So that's 0800 807 060. And that's the hotline. Now, if you're experiencing green waste, give that number a ring. What have you got to lose? What have you got to lose? You're not going to get anybody into trouble. The farm's already ruined from detecting. Some of these farmers don't know it's even on there because the contractors have brought it in. It's got to be made aware of to these agencies and these guys. So it'd be good to see the officers, the Environment Agency officers, keeping away from reporting fishing on the rivers and things, which is, I mean, they probably do a good job. I'm probably having a bit of a pop there where I shouldn't, but we seem to see a lot of the Environment Agency wardens if that's the right word, on the rivers, making sure everybody's doing the right thing. Let's get them out in the fields as well, monitoring all the waste that's going in. You know, if they can do that, they can obviously do that that job as well. Anyway, there we go. So please leave a comment or two about the old green waste if you can. And the next episode of Detecting Talk will be, what we're on today, Friday, so it'll be Tuesday next week. We'll be doing a topic about the future of detecting. Where do we see the future of detecting? What we're going to see in the future, we're going to see things like seeded rallies where, you know, areas of farmlands opened up and they're actually put, you know, coins and artifacts are actually physically put in on purpose for people to go out and find. You know, we're going to have that situation coming up in the future. I know some countries already do that. Are we going to see it in the UK? Who knows? Be interesting topic, that one. And of course, the future of detecting, green waste is going to come into that as well. Is it going to absolutely ruin the hobby in such a way that we have to put up with it? We have to go out detecting knowing that we're going to have a pocket full of green waste at the end of the day and we can't get away from it. Or we stop the hobby completely. It's going to be that sort of game we're going to be playing in the future if it's not stemmed. So the future of the hobby, what does it hold in the next 10 to 20 years will be interesting. Obviously technology will take a jump, I suppose, and new machines will be on the rise and doing different things and different features. But also, what sort of impact will it have green waste wise, permissions, laws? It'll be a very interesting topic, folks. So thank you very much for watching, and remember to find Detecting 24/7 on Facebook. That's a newish group. The good guys, they'll welcome you with open arms. You know, it'd be nice to think that we could help them grow that group. There's no hidden agenda. I don't sponsor the group. I don't give anybody any shouts out normally because I'm quite happy to do my own thing without promoting and helping others. But in this instance, they are good guys. They come across as decent people, and you know, why not help them? It's all about support, network, and help, I think. So thank you very much for watching. Have a great weekend if you guys are out detecting. Fingers crossed you make some good finds. We're out again probably in a couple of weeks' time, maybe on an organised dig or two, which is coming up in June. So watch this space, and thanks for watching. Have a great weekend. Bye for now.